The all-new TD Clear credit card gives you predictability.
$4? That's bananas.
It's a pear. Oh, man.
For those unpredictable expenses. That's how
Yeah, before we watch part two, you still here? Um, Miss G got so triggered because brainwaves that speak his mind. A pastor, bishop, can choose how many wives he can have as long um as more than one. I forgot. She got so hurt about it. No. Brainwaves is talking about he can get many wives as he chooses, and she got butt hurt. And I wanted her to come on my panel. A friend convinced her to come on my panel, and she blocked him on Rango Kelly's chat. So I sent Ringo both links, the live stream that I'm doing now, and also the StreamYard link. His supporters can come. I don't care. So let's watch part two of the WNBA Draft 2024. Let's begin. And let's begin. And I have to send them both links again, and this time leave on my community post.
For WNBA draft, the Atlanta Dream select Nadia Potch from Australia.
So Nadia Potch, who played in the WNBL with the Southside Flyers in Australia, the final pick of this first round, headed to the Atlanta Dream. We've talked about more and more seeing international players selected earlier in the draft. We've had quite a few of them here in the first round, including Potch, who is the final pick of this opening round of the 2024 draft.
Potch is described to me as having the highest ceiling of any international in the draft. She's 6'3" and long, as you can see right there with the 6'5" wingspan. Long, athletic, rangy. She can score at different levels, top-notch speed driving to the rim, can play the 3 and the 4. You see her finishing there. Also can hit the corner 3 with her length and mobility, has the chance also to be a very good defender in the WNBA.
I watched an interview with Potch, and she talked about two players that she tries to model her game after, being Breanna Stewart and Kevin Durant, because of the way they use their length, and that's on both ends of the floor. One of my favorite parts of her game, she's got size, but she drops her shoulders. She's a physical driver. She puts pressure on the rim.
Well, Nadia Potch is with Holly Rowe.
Well, one of the most unique parts of your game, you're 19 years old, but you've already been playing pro basketball in Australia for the last 2 years. The championship team this year. How big is your upside when you're just getting started in the W at just 19?
I think it's huge. I still got development to get through, experiences and stuff. But yeah, I think I can learn more, add more to my game, and keep going.
You got to play alongside Lauren Jackson, one of the greats of the WNBA, Mercedes Russell on this team with you in the Southside Flyers this year. What was some advice they gave you about being a great pro in this league?
Yeah, so Lauren, she talked to me. She's obviously been through this, and she's great and back in Australia, one of the greatest. And yeah, she told me they're gonna break me. They're gonna push me. They're gonna come at me. But you just got to keep going, put yourself, and just keep being relentless.
How resilient would you describe yourself as?
I think I'm good, pretty good, yeah.
So they are not going to break you. They are not going to break you. I see your mom, just tears coming down her face. You have 7 siblings in your family. All of you play basketball. How special is this moment for your family and your mom?
Yeah, it's huge. big family. We love basketball, and you know, my mom. Oh, we're gonna cry.
It's okay.
My mom, she's done so much for us, and oh my God.
It's okay. It's okay. If you're not crying, then it didn't mean anything, right? It's a beautiful moment. Tell your mom what she means.
Oh, she's so strong. She's such a great mom. She's done it through big, thick and thin. She's looked after us, done a lot for us. And here she is traveling in New York, watching me being this. And yeah, it's cool.
It's very cool. Well, congratulations. We cannot wait to see you play. Thank you.
Oh, what a beautiful moment. That is what this night is all about. Young women having their professional dreams come true, sharing it with the people that they love. The first round is in the books. You take a look at the 12 players selected in this opening round. And some of our favorite moments of this first round. Caitlin Clark, the first overall selection. She will join our desk in a little bit. How about Cameron Brink getting hugs? So many different players celebrating this wonderful evening. We welcome you to the second round of the WNBA Draft 2024 presented by State Farm. Of course, so many people anticipating this moment for this talented young class led by that woman, Caitlin Clark, the first overall selection to the Indiana Fever after her incredibly scintillating collegiate career. Caitlin is headed to Indiana. You take a look at our second round tote board as we get ready to begin. And look, we have seen several significant pieces through the years in the second round selected. You think about Allie Quigley, three-time All-Star, three-point champion a million times over with Chicago. Emma Meeseman, who was a finals MVP in Washington. How about here, Benijah Laney Hamilton, an all-star, a stalwart on both ends of the floor. And how about Dangerfield, the rookie of the year back in 2020 as a member of the Minnesota Lynx. So we know you can find talent in the second round that can have a big impact. Ryan Rucco, the Hall of Famer, Rebecca Lobo, Andrea Carter, so happy you're hanging with us. We can feel the energy in this building in Brooklyn. We can feel it from all of you watching at home as well. It's been a great night and so much more still to come, including Caitlin Clark at our desk in just a little bit. But how about the second round and the impact players that could still be out there that could still end up having not only great careers, but immediate impacts?
Yeah, certainly. And you heard our pregame show talking about it. We've talked about it here, how important it is in terms of fit. So when you're looking at the second round, you're thinking, is this a team where I can come in to camp and really compete? And in particular, if you're in the second round, you're thinking, all right, maybe I'm going 14 to Seattle, 18 to Vegas. Why? Because they did not have first round picks. And then you have a broader opportunity to make the roster in camp.
Yeah, I think the mindset that you go in with, the confidence, and then learning. Again, I keep referencing Dawn Staley because she was on set with us earlier, and she just talked about being a sponge. And when you come into the league and you have that sponge mindset, learn all that you can, pay attention to the small details, you can stick in this league, do the things that you do best, bring positive energy. These are great opportunities. Again, we talked about it. It doesn't matter where you get drafted. Fit is the most important.
Well, we're going to find out right now about the fit for the Chicago Sky. The pick is in with the 13th pick in the 2024 WNBA Draft. The Chicago Sky select Brenna Maxwell from Gonzaga University. So Brenna is the 13th overall pick, headed to the Chicago Sky. We know Chicago's already had a very busy night. We saw them pick second and fourth. We saw them pick third and seventh, and now they add a little more talent at 13th.
Yeah, a guard with good size who can really shoot the three-pointer. And when you look at a Gonzaga team, it was a team that played a pro-style offense. They could really move the ball, share the ball. They surrounded their big with shooters on the perimeter. So she knows how to play with other very good players, knows how to share the basketball, and certainly can shoot it as a big guard.
46% from the field, 44% from three. And when you think about the bigs that they just got in this draft, Camila Cardoso, Angel Reese, what are some of the best three-point shots to hit? The ones off of offensive rebounds. It's a great opportunity for Brenna to come in and make an impact for Chicago.
All right, well, you know, one team we have not talked about yet tonight, the Seattle Storm. They are now on the clock for the very first time, and we know it has been a busy offseason for the Storm.
It's official? It's finalized? Okay. 8-time All-Star Nneka Ogwumike has signed with the Seattle Storm.
They can pop it Ogwumike, straight away three. She got it.
She will now team up with Jewel Lloyd and Skylar Diggins-Smith in the Emerald City.
Skylar Diggins-Smith dropping defenders like a bad habit.
Option 1, plan A, was Nneka and Skylar.
Can you guys talk about the concept of the super teams?
We're a super team?
Yeah, are you asking if we are one?
It's greatness in our league that we're very well aware of.
You have to love Chanae breaking the news about her sister going to the Seattle Storm. And you also have to love the way the Storm have retooled here. After a down season last year, to be expected, after Sue Bird retires, after Breanna Stewart goes to New York, here the Storm are making serious additions, a proud franchise, 4 championships, incredible investment from the franchise when it comes to practice facility, which is opening and everything else. And they got to be excited about this.
There were a lot of times that I had Seattle games. I don't know. No one wanted to take the trip to Seattle. It is.
I was out there with you.
You went out there with me.
We spent Memorial Day together there.
Their fans are so excited about this team. Even last season, there were times where Seattle was down, and they were down big. We had them a couple of times, and what did they do? They fought. They battled. They played with a ton of energy. They played around Jewel Lloyd. So you keep that fight, and then you add pieces like Nneka Ogwumike and Skylar Diggins-Smith, who have fight, skill, experience. This is a team that we're now starting to talk about super teams with those 3 pieces. So this is an incredible position to be in to join Seattle.
This is Seattle team last season was 11th in scoring. That's not going to be the case this year. They were last in field goal percentage. That's not going to be the case this year. They were last in assists per games. That's not going to be the case this year. The Seattle fans last year, even when the team was struggling,
showed up.
Were filling the building and filling it with energy. There's so much to be excited about with the Storm.
Yeah, we are not that far removed from Skylar Diggins-Smith helping lead a team to the WNBA Finals either. Remember that. Time to find out who the Storm are selecting. Let's head back to the podium to Kathy Engelbert.
With the 14th pick in the 2024 WNBA Draft, the Seattle Storm select Nika Mule, University of Connecticut.
How about a Connecticut guard that wears number 10 going to Seattle? It doesn't get much more poetic than that. The all-time assist leader at the University of Connecticut is headed to the Storm. Well, she will play underneath the retired jersey of Sue Bird.
Well, the Seattle Storm have certainly had a tradition of success with UConn players wearing their uniform. You mentioned Sue Bird, also Breanna Stewart helping them to a championship. And Nika Mule is the type of competitor that any team loves to have. She has great size at the guard position at 5'10", and everyone was impressed with the way she defended in the semifinals at the Final Four. Just dogged all over Caitlin Clark the entire game. So this is a young woman who certainly is a 3-and-D. She can make 3-pointers at a 40% clip. She will defend you anywhere on the floor. A tough competitor can really share the basketball.
What an exciting moment for Nika Mule to play alongside and learn from Skylar Diggins-Smith. Nika Mule has such a great basketball IQ. She is a relentless worker. She has a high motor. She knows what it is like to play alongside superstars, Paige Beckers being one of them. She knows that it is not about her, but she can fill her role. She can play her absolute hardest, and she'll do that at Seattle.
And as we saw there, can hit a pretty big shot as well when the moment calls for it. Nika is with Holly.
Well, Nika, I know that your sister Hannah is here with you tonight, but the rest of your family are all at home in Croatia watching. What would you love to say to them right now?
I feel like I was lucky enough and have had the privilege to have amazing people around me, my sister, my family, all the people watching from home, the people at my table, the people in the audience. that's my family from life. I want to give a message to all my people in Croatia watching. Volim vas puno, šaljem vam 100 pusa I jedva čekam da vas vidim.
You know, it's so ironic that you broke Sue Bird's all-time assists record at UConn, and now you're going to Seattle where she is such a legend. How can you carry on such a great guard legacy for the UConn Huskies in Seattle?
Oh my God, it's huge shoes to fill in. I feel like my whole career at UConn has been such a humbling experience. I've had amazing people around me. I'll mention it again. Without them, I would never be standing here. And I mean, I'm just excited to bring who I am to Seattle. I'm excited to bring my hard work ethic. I'm excited to bring the competition. I'm just excited to bring a good teammate that I am, and everything else, I trust my hard work.
Coach Auriemma has been famous for pushing players. You're the first player that I've seen push Coach Auriemma. How has he helped to build you into the player you are?
Oh my God. I mean, I am forever grateful to Coach, all my coaches, but specifically to him. He saw something in me. He brought me all the way to Croatia. It was a wild card, but I feel like I can say it paid off.
It definitely paid off. Congratulations, and have a great time in Seattle. You'll be fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Well, congratulations to Nika Mule, headed to Seattle. Meanwhile, the Indiana Fever, they've already selected Caitlin Clark, who joins her in Indiana. We go back to the podium with the selection. Here is the commissioner.
With the 15th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Celeste Taylor, Ohio State University.
Celeste Taylor getting a big hug. She is headed to the Indiana Fever, where she will join Caitlin Clark, already selected tonight. This is such a good defensive player of the year that she's won it in multiple conferences. The Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. This season, the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. Last season, somebody who led the conference in steals this year and takes that skill set now to Indiana.
80 steals this season for Celeste Taylor. Indiana is getting a player that has a defensive mentality. She's got quick hands. She's aggressive. She has great instincts on the defensive end. She has a maturity about her. She plays under control, but also with so much energy. And she has elite speed getting up and down the floor. Her ability to run in transition, find her teammates, and make an impact defensively is exactly what Indiana's going to get.
And if you know anything about Linda, and you know that she wants players who are willing and capable of defending, Dre, and Celeste Taylor certainly is that. Another big guard added to the backcourt of the Indiana Fever.
2 selections made tonight. Celeste Taylor, the latest. She is with Holly Rowe.
Well, Celeste, I can remember the second I saw you play as a freshman at Texas. You blew me away, and you had a few stops in between, but every stop you found a way to shine. What is so special about you that you, whatever the situation, you find a way to be great in it?
Yeah, I mean, I just take a lot of pride in the journey. It's definitely a long road. My parents, you know, having them as my backbone to continue to support me at every single stop. It was hard, but just knowing that they had my back, it helped me.
You stopped at the final stop of your career was at Ohio State, and I hope you don't take offense to this question, but you had to stop Caitlin Clark a lot in the Big Ten recently. How excited are you that you will now be her teammate?
Yeah, I mean, she's a terrific player. Terrific. You know, it's hard to guard her. We tried our best, but to now be teammates and trying to get after it and work hard in training camp. I mean, I'm excited. It's taking me back to when we played together at USA, but I mean, it's going to be amazing.
All right, you're known for your defense. I know you're going to just crush it on this level of the WNBA. Thank you, Celeste.
Thank you.
Celeste Taylor headed to the Indiana Fever, where she will join Caitlin Clark, the #1 overall pick of the 2024 WNBA draft. Hey, she's got a mic. She's ready to go. She's going to join our set next. That is up next here on ESPN.
The WNBA Draft 2024, presented by State Farm, is brought to you by U.S. Bank, a proud changemaker partner of the WNBA, and Deloitte, proud sponsor of the WNBA and professional women everywhere.
Well, the records, they just kept spinning for Caitlin Clark's collegiate career at Iowa. Check out this list of her greatest hits, all right? Most points and three-point field goals made in Division I history. Most points and three-pointers made in a season in D1 history. I mean, how could any human keep up with that?
I thought you were going to try a little bit harder.
I was going to try. A two-time player of the year, took her team to back-to-back national championship games. The first pick of the 2024 WNBA draft, and Caitlin Clark joins us now. Caitlin, first of all, congratulations.
Excited.
You know, when you made this decision, you could have stayed in school another year. You decided to come out, go pro. You obviously couldn't talk at that time about the team that you would likely be going to, but what about the fever and knowing that you likely would be headed to Indiana made it appealing to you?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is it's an organization that really cares about women's basketball. They want to do it first class. You know, obviously getting to play with Aaliyah, that lights your eyes up as a point guard. But yeah, I think it's just exciting. They want to get back to their winning ways. Obviously, championship pedigree there, and what Lynn has done has been absolutely incredible. So I can't imagine a better place. Obviously, it's the Midwest. Everybody knows it's going to be a hard ticket to get. So you've haven't got your tickets yet. You better get them now. I'm excited.
You've been a student of the game for a long time. I've been a fan of the WNBA for a long time. In what ways are you most excited to test your own abilities at the next level?
Yeah, honestly, and that's a huge reason of why I decided to leave college is like I feel like I'm ready for a new challenge. I feel like college was obviously amazing, and you get to a point where it's like, all right, I'm ready for something new. And that's exactly like one of the top reasons I wanted to leave is like you get to play against the best players in the world every single time you step on the floor. It's one of the most competitive leagues, is the most competitive league in the world. Obviously, there's not a lot of spots to go around, so you better bring it every single night you step on the floor.
Caitlin, there are so many things that you do well. We talk about your passing, your shooting, but for you, what do you want to hang your hat on as you start this journey in the WNBA?
Honestly, I think an easy thing, like as you start your journey as somebody that's a point guard, and I think it's the passing. Like I'm so lucky I get to play with such amazing players and a roster full of a lot of talent. And obviously a post player in my eyes is one of the best post players in the league, one of the best post players in the world. Like just feed Aaliyah the ball all day long. Like, come on now.
You know, Aaliyah's a former head coach in college, Dawn Staley. I thought she had some beautiful words about you at the end of South Carolina's national championship celebration on the podium, talking about how you lifted the game of women's basketball this year, something that you'll be tasked with as well at the pro level, and talked about the load you've had to carry. How have you been able to carry that load? It is unprecedented attention, and you're still just trying to go out and do your job.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is like all this has come with just the person that I am and the player that I've been able to be. And that's exactly how I, want to go into the WNBA is don't change anything that I've done. Obviously learn, adapt, find ways to get better. People are going to expose my weaknesses, but that's the amazing thing about it. That's the challenge that I wanted. And I think that's the biggest thing is just rely on the people around me, have a lot of fun, be myself. And that's why I got into basketball, because it's fun at the age of 5. And how lucky am I? It gets to be my job. So I'm just very fortunate.
Well, and you've gotten to survive hearing us talk about you to, a mega
all night long.
Crowd all night.
Sorry, guys.
Caitlin, thank you so much and congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Caitlin Clark, the #1 overall pick of the 2024 draft. How about repeat champions in league history? The Houston Comets, of course, winning 4 straight titles to begin the WNBA era. The LA Sparks, back-to-back titles, and it had not happened in 2 decades until the Las Vegas Aces did it a season ago. Just remarkable talent from the Aces, incredible coaching from Becky Hammon, and we know this is an Aces team. They are tough to beat. We've seen it now 2 years in a row in the playoffs. You look at the WNBA landscape, they are obviously the clear-cut favorites to three-peat.
and even decimated by injury in game 4, they were still able to pull out that WNBA championship. And if you look at this team, all right, where could they use some depth? It's at the point guard position. And when I was in touch with Becky Hammon just this past weekend, I said, do you think Deasia Fair might be available at your pick? And her response is, I wish. Well, Deasia Fair is available right now. And if there is a coach who knows how to utilize an undersized guard, it would be Becky Hammon.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. If Deasia Fair could learn from anyone, Becky Hammon would be such a special combination.
Well, we're going to find out if Deasia is going to learn from Becky Hammon. Right now, the pick is in, the first selection of the night for the defending champs, the Las Vegas Aces.
With the 16th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Las Vegas Aces select Deasia Fair, Syracuse University.
I had to pause. I'm going to show you a small clip on Brainwave's live stream. Where is it? Oh. The history. Because I brought this up about Miss G. And she's a Ringo TV supporter. That's your boy Brainwaves. I understand y'all homies. I get it, New Breed. I get what you're saying, Elder. Because I made Head Ninja Ahmad yesterday. 2 days ago, I made both bronzes Ahmad. And not just Head Ninja. I also made Brothers World Order Ahmad. Then after this, we're going to get back to the WNBA draft. Because this girl supposed to be on my stream. My friend suggested her to be on my freaking stream. And she posed the show. I ain't gonna play the whole video. I timestamped it 32:30. 32 minutes and 30 seconds.
What's up, Golden? Golden says, right, that Miss G character is something else. She got hurt. Yes. So for those of you that don't know, Miss G was somebody in Ringo's live chat on his latest video about 99.9% of women like are gonna fail in relationships or something like that. It's this. I'll pull it up. Give me 1 second. I'll find it real quick just so y'all can see which one it is.
I understand.
But yeah, anyway,
I accept.
while I'm trying to pull it up, Miss G was someone that was in the live chat.
And she gotta be a black
she
woman.
Kept talking about,
I said
she was
this.
talking about how
The other has said this, which is my friend.
Okay, hold on.
We could be the same person.
Put this on the screen real quick so y'all can see. Okay, here we go. I just wanted to kind of bring it up so that y'all can see. All right, well, while I'm talking, y'all can see which one I'm talking about. So it was this video right here where it says reason why 99% of women remain unmarried and single. So Miss
This is
G
why
was
I
going
want
on
you on
talking
my
about
team,
if you
Miss
want
G,
to fill the role of being a bishop
so we
in
can
church,
talk about why
then you
brainwaves
can only have
control
one
your
wife.
intelligence.
And so I went
That's the
on
reason
to let
why
her
I'm doing
know
this
that
live
you
stream. Even though
actually can
I
have more
want
than one
Rango,
wife. The scripture is
see,
referring to having at
you can have
least one
many
wife,
wives as you're
but you can
choosing.
be
It's
a
your
bishop
decision.
and have more than one wife. Now, she went on then to say she followed Ringo's platform for a long time. So then I told her, I
And she
said, well,
never
then you should
confronted
be
that dude
aware
Rango
if you
about
do
it,
follow
about
Ringo's
having more
platform
than one
that
wife.
he has spoken on
But
this numerous
brainwaves,
times and
why?
literally have had shows just dedicated to this one particular scripture. And then she tried to twist my
And
words
it's
and twist
funny
what I said.
that
And it was in an
Miss
exact
G,
moment that she was
that
exposed. She had
that
selective
Rango
hearing and
is
she
a
wanted to hear
huge
what she
R.
wanted to
Kelly
hear. And I
supporter,
guarantee you, if that's how she's
and
acting,
talking about
she
11
probably
years
don't have
having
any husband
menstrual
at
cycles.
all.
You can hear that, Miss G?
So, it's wild. This is the scripture that the church tries to base monogamy off of.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And New Breed, and
honestly,
I said
the
this to
way
New
that
Breed,
it's wild. The
has
way
said
that a lot
about
of
the
these
feed
women are these
system.
days, I
Us
mean,
black people should
good luck even
disagree with
finding
the
a
feed
woman
system because
that
something
is
about the
worth
feed
having
system
more,
is kind of
in
MK
terms of
Ultra
marrying.
like.
Because it's just wild, man. The women now, it's straight Sodom and Gomorrah. It's just buck wild. Like,
See,
there's some good
Solomon
women out there, but
Hollywood.
like for the majority
They do
of
that in
people,
Hollywood.
of guys where they
That's how
are,
Hollywood
to be
started.
able to have more than
The
one wife,
agenda.
it's just wild. Um, it's crazy, man. To have a wife, period, is wild. Like the times we in is just something truly different. But anyway, that's
Mm-hmm.
what that was about. And it was like she was basically trying to correct me, trying to argue with me, and I kept
Like you
repeating. I
never
said
argue
again,
with Rango, but argue with my
and I broke
homeboy
it down.
Brainwaves.
So it's just wild. Obviously in this beast system won't allow you legally through the system to have more than one wife. That's their way of controlling things, and I
See,
really don't have time to
MK
get into it.
Ultra
But
found.
biblically, it is allowed.
So
This is why you have some
that's
cultures
it.
still do it to this day.
Culture
You got to
still
travel
do
the
to this
world. You have to
day.
see the world. You have to meet people from outside of your community.
Outside the community. That's what Brainwaves was talking about.
It is allowed, but it takes a special type of individual, a special type of man to do things properly, a righteous man. But
Mm-hmm. Right,
anyway, it
sis.
was just crazy. It's not to,
I'm gonna.
and I'm saying it's not to actually
That's
put
about
Miss
it.
G down,
So,
but since it was brought up here in my
so we
live
gonna
chat, it was
Yeah,
just an
I brought it
example.
up.
And I just want to say this on that note, ladies. If you're talking to an educated and a learned man, as they say, especially in scripture,
Mm-hmm.
and this man is known perhaps in the community, it could be local, it could
Mm-hmm.
be maybe online or what have you, of breaking bread when it comes to scripture, and he's trying to point certain things out to
Mm-hmm. Certain
say,
things
hey,
out.
it's another way. You might want to listen and heed. Now, the women that I have here will have no problem doing it.
Yeah.
Y'all have no problem with the word submission. But that's not the case for the majority of women. And so Miss G,
Mm-hmm.
on that note, showed her true colors, which means that she's not a submissive woman, which means she's not following the Bible. She's not
Mm-hmm.
following the Most High, regardless of what
And
scripture
she could be an
that she
Eastern
posts.
Star.
Because like a lot of people, they post a lot of scripture, but they don't live by it. They're not doers of the word. They hear the word all day long. And you can hear them preach the word all day long. They'll say this scripture, that scripture, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. But are they actually doing what they are speaking?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just using that as an example. So ladies, if you know this man is an educated man in scripture and you're even friends with him or you're dating him or whatever it is, right? might want to listen because he might know what he's talking about. And even if he's quote unquote in error, that error would be on him. But that's another conversation for another day. I just kind of wanted to put that out there. The first thing is even to be following the Most High in the first place, right? I mean, you got to have that relationship and read the word.
That's how I'm going to play. Miss G has to be an Eastern Star. She's an Antichrist. And she had to be either a black woman or a non-black woman.
Yo, Golden says Miss G gotta be a black woman.
She gotta be a black woman.
I mean, it's so typical because I don't get that type of pushback from the other ethnicities, right? Not generally, not unless they are Karen.
A Karen.
Like, we ain't talking about the Karens and stuff like that. But for the most part, generally the other ethnicities,
Yeah, the other ethnicities, I gotta stop right there. Hold on, there's more. Before we get back to part
y'all
2.
be wondering why us brothers be going to the other the women of the other nations. I'm just saying, man.
I try that. I used to be like that. But most of them don't speak back. Especially the Asian and the Caucasian. They really don't. Some of them do. The real reason is behind it because they want a black man who's corporate, sold out, and rich. So we're gonna get back to part 2. I'm gonna stop sharing screen this. Yeah, and also, like I just said, I'm not against interracial relationships, interracial dating, interracial marriage, but it's both a sin and not a sin. And there's something behind it that psychologically destroy black people's consciousness. And we be in a whole different frequency when we be with outsiders who are not in the same race. So shout out to Brainwaves and shout out to Head Ninja. I know I'm not, and I gotta look for this girl. Well, and shout out to Charity Ivy. Shout out to her as well too. And Charity, I will make you a mod. So let's get back to the WNBA draft.
It was amazing hearing so many of the players who would go up against the Asia Fair towards the end of the season get to the podium afterwards and talk about how difficult she is to stop, how much respect they have for her game, and now she takes that game to the professional level with the Las Vegas Aces. She joins the two-time MVP Asia Wilson. She joins Chelsea Gray and Kelsey Plum and Jackie Young and Candace Parker, who's back as well. A pretty good squad to try and absorb some things from for the Asia Fair.
Think about the Asia Fair learning from Chelsea Gray and Becky Hammond. And this is a situation where the rich get richer. What did the Aces do last season? They led the league in points per game. What does the Asia Fair do oh so well? She scores the basketball. 22 points per game this season. Finished her career third all-time in Division I career points. She is a special talent going to a special team.
And she really has an opportunity to not only make this team, but contribute to this team. I mean, This is a young woman at only 5'5". That's the only knock on her game is her size. And again, Becky Hammon is the perfect person to lead her through that. Becky is a coach who loves scorers. Deja Fair is a scorer.
Well, she is with Holly right now.
Well, Deja, everywhere you've gone, well, you level up, your game levels up. You started out scoring 33 points a game in high school, then in college at Buffalo, then at Syracuse, you became the number 3 career scorer in Division I basketball history. How are you, yes, let's take a moment for that. How are you able to level up your game no matter where you play?
I mean, it's a mindset. I mean, Coach Jack has instilled a mindset in me since the day we met, so yeah.
Your mindset is big. Becky Hammon was an undrafted, undersized guard. You're being drafted tonight, and I know that your size doesn't bother you at all. You found a way to succeed. How is Becky Hammon seeing something special in you?
I think we kind of played similar. I was nominated for the award, I believe, 3 seasons in a row. So that says a lot.
Yeah, the Becky Hammon Point Guard Award, right? One of the things that always made her special in this league is her movement off the ball and coming back to the ball and getting opportunities for herself. How can you do that with this Aces team?
I think she'll be able to teach me that, you know, as being my new head coach. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Becky Hammon, you got a good one here.
Thank you.
All right, Deja Fair headed to Vegas as the second round rolls on here in Brooklyn. We now have the New York Liberty's second pick of the night with the 17th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft. The New York Liberty select as Mary Martinez from the University of Arizona. So the second selection of the evening for the New York Liberty as they take as Mary Martinez of Arizona. And we go right into the 18th selection now. The Las Vegas Aces back on the clock and in with their 18th pick. Here's Kathy Engelberg.
With the 18th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Las Vegas Aces select Kate Martin, University of Iowa.
What a wonderful moment for Kate Martin, a player considered the glue of these Iowa teams that have captivated so many people across the country. We saw Kate really elevate her game throughout this NCAA tournament, specifically Sweet 16 in. We've seen the critical role she has played throughout the years for Iowa, and she goes to Las Vegas here at pick 18.
If you're looking for a player who's going to be great in the locker room and knows how to play with stars, look no further than Kate Martin, and a player who her junior year, her 4th year at Iowa, did a little bit more on the perimeter, was their 3 player. This year asked to bang inside a bit more, always willing to step up to the challenge. What an exciting moment for this young woman.
This is incredible. She comes here to support her teammate, Caitlin Clark, ends up getting to the Aces, the reigning champion. She's been the coach on the floor for Iowa in so many big moments. Her understanding of the game, her basketball IQ, and her skill set. She makes the right reads. She plays under control. It's a great pick.
What an awesome moment here as Holly is with Kate Martin.
Okay, this is so dang cool. Like, you're here supporting your teammates. And they were going to have you in the mezzanine. I'm like, you better bring her down here because I think she's going to get drafted. What are you thinking when you hear your name called right now?
Oh, man, a lot of emotions. I'm really happy to be here. I was here to support Caitlin, but, you know, I was hoping to hear my name called, and all I wanted was an opportunity, and I got it, so I'm really excited.
We know what you do with an opportunity. This is the world champion, Las Vegas Aces. How can you make an impact and try to make that roster?
Yeah, I'm super excited for the opportunity. You know, I have a really good work ethic, but more than anything, I think I'm a very versatile player. I can score at multiple levels and I can guard multiple positions, but I'm really excited to get there, and I know I'm going to give it all I got.
tough as bleep. Congratulations. Thank you.
What a cool moment for Kate Martin here, supporting her teammate Caitlin Clark, gets selected by the defending champs, and a big hug from her head coach.
Kaylin or Kaylee.
Oh, yeah, Caitlin Clark, Cameron Brink, having some fun with TikTok Aaliyah Edwards as well. Angel Reese, yeah, everybody dancing. There's a lot to celebrate, a lot to be excited about when it comes to this season in women's college basketball, and so many of those stars here tonight seeing their professional dreams come true. We have a bevy of second-round selections that are now in. We want to share with you. With the 19th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Connecticut Sun select Tiana Jackson from the University of Kansas. With the 20th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Atlanta Dream select Isabel Borlase from Australia. With the 21st pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Washington Mystics select Kaylin Trong from Gonzaga University. With the 22nd pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Connecticut Sun select Helena Puello from the University of Arizona. And with the 23rd pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the New York Liberty select Jessica Carter from Mississippi State. The 24th pick is in right now as well. And for that selection, we go back to the podium for the Aces pick. Here's Kathy Engelbert.
With the 24th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Las Vegas Aces select Elizabeth Kitley from Virginia Tech.
Elizabeth Kitley, who was the key member of the dynamic duo with Georgia Amore last year, taking Virginia Tech to the Final Four this year, had her career shortened just at the end due to injury, but gets selected here to the Las Vegas Aces after an unbelievably decorated career, a three-time ACC Player of the Year, who tore ACL in the final game of the regular season, but is headed to the home of the two-time defending champs, the Las Vegas Aces.
I really love this pick for both Liz Kitley and the Vegas Aces. Obviously unable to play this year, but she can go to a top-notch team and organization and facility to help her rehab. This is a Vegas Aces team that is always looking for that post player who can score, and Liz Kitley can certainly do that at 6'6". She averaged just under 23 points a game, 11 boards a game as well. It's got that nice little mid-range follow-away inside, can pass, and has a high usage in the pick and roll because of her time with Georgia Amore. This is a player who's a year away, but I really like the fit.
Yeah, and this is Liz Kitley, who was in elite company when she was in college, joined Alyssa Thomas and Elena Beard as the only ACC women's players to win ACC Player of the Year 3 times, and now she gets elite company to learn from Asia Wilson and the Aces.
And you know what? She gets interviewed by elite company right now. Here's Holly Rowe with Liz Kitley.
Well, Liz, sometimes things happen for a reason, right? This injury has been heartbreaking for you, but you're going to the Aces, one of the best organizations in the W. How has this kind of full circle moment planned out right now?
Yeah, I mean, if I decide to take a positive look at it, I get a year to sit behind and watch the best in the league. Especially in my position with Asia Wilson, that's just incredible. So, you know, I try not to worry about the things I can't control and just focus on the positives.
There's been other players in your situation, Isabel Harris and I remember, Chelsea Gray, players who had to sit out their first year and they've gone on to great careers. How will you take hope that there are other people who've gone through this and gone on to great careers in the W?
Yeah, thinking about that has definitely helped a lot. Chelsea Gray actually reached out to me, and that's just one example of someone that's given me their love and support. And it means a lot, and it's, you know, brought me here today, and hopefully I'll keep that hope and support for the next year.
I know your dad drives everywhere. Your family has been your greatest supporter. Tell me what it's like to have them here for this moment.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't pay them to miss it. They come to everything. They've never missed anything. I wish I got a hug, but we'll do it later, I guess.
They got to come up and give them a hug. Come on. They've got to come to you. Congratulations.
Nobody better at organizing hugs than Holly Rowe. The second round is in the books. Las Vegas Aces are very active.
The WNBA Draft 2024 is presented by State Farm. Proud to cover greatness.
Welcome back to the WNBA Draft 2024 presented by State Farm. Well, the NBA play-in tournament is here Wednesday. Countdown, 6:30 Eastern on ESPN. Then you have Heat Sixers in the 7-8 game, followed by Hawks Bulls in an elimination 9-10 game at 9:30 Eastern. The Phoenix Mercury are finally on the clock. How about the Phoenix Mercury in their offseason?
This is a Phoenix Mercury team that got much better in the offseason, and they had a tumultuous year a season ago. So much attention on the return of Brittany Griner. There was a change in the Phoenix Mercury leadership, and then you see these offseason acquisitions, Kalia Copper, Natasha Cloud, and this is a team right now that does not have a ton of cap space. They re-signed Diana Taurasi. They re-signed Brittany Griner. Griner was the only one who took less than her value. So the beauty of picks 25 and 29 here in this third round, these picks have a real chance to make the Phoenix Mercury roster because they need players who are on their rookie minimum.
Well, the pick is in. Here's the first pick of the third round. For that, we go back to the podium to Commissioner Kathy Engelbert.
With the 25th pick in the 2024 WNBA Draft, the Phoenix Mercury select Charisma Osborne, UCLA.
Charisma Osborne, who had so much success at UCLA, a 5-year starter, a 4-time All-Pac-12 selection, second most points in school history with over 2,200. And she is going to get a chance to learn behind some of the greatest players in league history out in Phoenix.
Charisma Osborne is certainly a true 3-and-D player. She can score on the inside, but she is the only player in the Pac-12 with 50 three-point field goals made and 50 steals in each of the last 2 seasons. One word to describe her is consistency. She defends, she plays hard, she shoots the ball well, which is a great need for Phoenix. I know Phoenix has had a lot of moves in this offseason, but they were 10th in three-point field goal percentage last season, 7th in made threes per game. Charisma Osborne has an opportunity to come in and contribute to Phoenix in that aspect.
And this is a new leadership in Phoenix that values versatility and IQ, and Charisma Osborne brings both of those. A Phoenix team that was very slow in pace a year ago won't be that anymore when Natasha Cloud and Kalia Copper. Charisma Osborne can also push pace, certainly can defend, and has great size for a guard.
Charisma with Holly right now.
All you need is an opportunity, and you got it. You have been such a great leader, defender, shooter. How will you bring all of this special parts of you to the Phoenix Mercury?
Yeah, I think you said it. Just bringing all of that with me. I have so much confidence in myself, and I have so many people here around to support me, so I'm super excited.
I know you wanted to shout out the people who have poured into you to get you to this moment.
Yeah, my parents, my mom and my dad, I definitely would not be there without them, and they've just been so amazing to me, and my grandma and my sister, and from my coaches to my teammates. There's a million people I could name, but I'm just so grateful for my support system, and all glory to God as well.
Well, congratulations. I know Coach Close is out there somewhere yelling and cheering for you too.
Yeah, she's definitely excited for me.
Oh, good. Well, have a great time. I know that you can go out there and surprise everybody and really show them what you've got.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Charisma Osborne, headed to the Phoenix Mercury with the 25th overall pick, the first pick of this third round. You know, we've had some of the top picks of this draft wearing mics throughout the day. It's been a busy day. It's time for all access with some of the stars of the 2024 WNBA Draft.
Oh my gosh, you look gorgeous. I know, right? Caitlin, stand with my mom. Okay. Sweet. Oh, they want you.
The people want you. Can I get a picture with you? There you go.
Right before I came here, I FaceTime Steph saying all these encouraging words, laughing with me, and then we FaceTime Seth, and he hangs up immediately.
What? I just called you out on television.
With the first pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark. The Los Angeles Sparks select Cameron Brink.
I love you. Welcome.
Hi. So excited. Good luck.
Congrats. Thank you.
The Chicago Sky select Camila Cardosa.
I'm gonna miss you so much. Yes, you do. You better take me when I see you.
That's what it's all about, right? Seeing these young women have their professional dreams come true tonight, seeing these moments with their loved ones, the genuine joy their coaches have as well. I mean, just awesome stuff.
And life-changing moments for many of these young women and memories that they are going to have forever. Where did your professional career start? It started here tonight.
And who did your professional career start with? Who was in your draft class? Watching them support each other, take pictures together, say good luck, say congratulations. This group changed the game.
Yeah.
And them supporting each other here in this moment is truly special.
Right. There's a reason why we sold tickets to the draft for the first time, and it sold out in 15 minutes, and this crowd has been incredible tonight here in Brooklyn because they have inspired the viewer, inspired the fan, and carrying this momentum right into the start of the WNBA season. All right, we have some more selections here in this third round with the 26th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft. The Seattle Storm select Mackenzie Holmes from Indiana University. With the 27th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Leilani Correa from the University of Florida. With the 28th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Los Angeles Sparks select Mackenzie Forbes from the University of Southern California. With the 29th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Phoenix Mercury select Jazz Shelley from the University of Nebraska. With the 30th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Washington Mystics select Nastia Kleesens from Belgium. With the 31st pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Minnesota Lynx select Kiki Jefferson from the University of Louisville. With the 32nd pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, we will find out in just a moment. The rest of the third round will be on the other side of this break. We've almost made it to the finish line of this special night in Brooklyn. ESPN Fantasy Women's Basketball is back. Sign up now and build your roster with current and future stars. Go to ESPN.com/Fantasy Women's Basketball or the ESPN Fantasy app to get started. Well, opening week of the WNBA season, it is almost here. Tuesday, May 14th on ESPN2, we have Countdown 7 Eastern. Then Caitlin Clark makes her pro debut against Connecticut. Then a little more countdown in Phoenix and Vegas. New look Phoenix against the defending champs. How about Saturday, May 18th on ABC? Caitlin Clark and Barclays. And then LA against Vegas. The final picks of the third round are in with the 32nd pick of the 2024 WNBA draft. The Atlanta Dream select Matilde Villa from Italy. With the 33rd pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Dallas Wings select Ashley Owusu from Penn State University. With the 34th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Connecticut Sun select Abby Shue from Columbia University. Getting a big reaction here in New York. With the 35th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the New York Liberty select Caitlin Davis from the University of Southern California. And with the 36th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Las Vegas Aces select Angel Jackson from Jackson State University. And those are our 36 picks in this 2024 WNBA draft. The third round now in the books. You see the selections that round out the draft class of 2024 draft class. Obviously, we will all remember for a very long time. Holly Rowe now joining our desk up here with Andrea Carter, Rebecca Lobo. I'm Ryan Rucco. Obviously, we're in it, right? And we've been in it a while when it comes to women's basketball. We love this. We felt the energy tonight. We certainly just felt it in Cleveland at the Final Four. Holly, I'll start with you. When we look at this season, and we just saw some of the upcoming games, what are you most looking forward to?
Well, I think the talent is unprecedented. I think the fan engagement is as high as it's ever been. But I want to make sure that people know there are going to be more roster spots available next year. I'm very excited about the Golden State Warriors having a new WNBA team. The name is TBD. I might know it, but I'm not going to say it today. Don't say it, Holly. Don't say it. But they have already sold over 6,000 season tickets for a team that won't play for another year. All right, Golden State WNBA team, you're going to have more roster spots, and that is good for the WNBA.
All right, Drea, how about you? What are you most excited about with this season?
Well, I'm excited for this draft class. We talked about how they've changed the game, and so many names were called, and I was like, oh, that's a great fit. Like, they have such a great opportunity to stick with this teams, and I truly believe the energy, the excitement, the engagement, the intention that we just got from college carries right over to the WNBA. It just gets better from here.
I certainly think that will be the case. And we saw the upcoming television schedule. And when I look at that, I'm thinking we've just come off an unprecedented Final Four where we've broken all kinds of records in terms of TV ratings. I believe that Indiana's first game at Connecticut, we will see the highest rated game on ESPN2 since 2003, which is the record-setting game. I believe that Indiana's game at New York on ABC that first Saturday, we are going to see the highest rated ABC game ever. The previous one was in 2004. I am ready for people to start really fully appreciating the WNBA, not just Indiana and Caitlin Clark, but all the incredible athletes across the league.
Yeah, will Vegas be able to three-peat? Can New York get to the mountaintop? The storylines, they are endless. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. For our producer, Josh Carswell, our director, Susan Malinsky, Holly Rowe, Rebecca Lobo, Andrea Carter, I'm Ryan Rucco. Coming up next, it's the Wild and the Kings, little NHL, and we will see you May 14th on ESPN2.
That's it. June 8th or the 9th. Can't wait. Going to a live if I'm going. If I don't make it in one of them or both of them, I have to cancel it on live. Be closing for 1 hour. Ooh, wait. So I need this. That's it. This gotta be it. This is the video that my friend made.
And was that person?
Hold on. Got it.
Case is for the family, but he's not going to you for nothing. Seriously. So if a man is draining your money, it's because he's not working. Let's go.
They're going to up and they're going to get ready and leave you because now they feel like they deserve something better than you. Because keep in mind, they weren't also sewing into you so that you could develop and so that you could get to the next level alongside them. They've been draining you of your energy and your time and your money so that they can elevate above you. And once that person,
You got a load of women on the Ringo TV Raw channel in the live chat saying that a whole bunch of garbage. And I'm trying to figure this out. Where is your husband? And why are you watching me? Why are you watching me? That's the question you have to ask yourself. One lady said he just plays women talking to hate on them. I mean, I've been streaming now for approximately almost 2 hours, and nothing but truth has been shared, and you're mad. The question you need to ask yourself is, where's your man? Why are you single, unmarried? Obviously, the problem is you, and you don't want to admit that. And why are you watching me for? If I'm a nobody, I'm just a loser. I'm just
talking about disaster these G words. Yeah.
It's pathetic. Why are you looking at me? Why? You're wasting your time, right? So obviously you're here because you're attracted to the content. You like drama. That's what you like. And that's why you can't seem to keep a man. Because if there's no element of drama in the relationship, right, then it's just not going to be entertaining. And I can guarantee you, 99.9% of the women that you see coming over here that are angry, they're in their 40s, pushing 50, and they have kids.
See, I try to freaking get her. I try my best. I try so hard. So freaking hard. So hard. I said I was going overtime. Once I hit 5 minutes, I'm going to play music. Because I'm going to be off bonus. A sweet bonus. Where is it?
Friends, welcome back to Tall and All. We inspire, motivate, and empower. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. In this video, you can see a 5 feet 7 inch guy dancing with two 6 feet 4 inch tall ladies. He is an amazing dancer from Delhi. You can see the wonderful height difference. Though he is just 5 feet 7, he is a highly confident young man. See his confidence here. He looks almost a head shorter than these two beautiful 6 feet 4 inch tall ladies. What a wonderful height comparison. Wonderful, isn't it? Here you can see him thanking them and dancing again with two more ladies who are like 6 feet 4 and 6 feet 2. And his dancing skills continues. He just spreads positivity with the visitors who throng to Delhi to visit the beautiful places.
I'm out of here.
This guy is super confident, and the tall woman with whom he is dancing are highly confident about their height, and all of them are great ambassadors for the tall woman community. Here he is dancing with a lady who is 6 feet 2. See the amazing height comparison. She is an Indian. The short guy dances very well. Thanks so much for all the support, friends. Spread the word, tall and all. Thanks once again. Take care.
I'm Javi, and I got Botox Cosmetic. There was a particular photograph. The lines were so prominent, it's all I saw.
Friends, welcome back to Tall and All. We inspire, motivate, and empower. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. In this video, you can see 6 feet 8 inch tall girl next to a 5 feet 6 inch girl. What an amazing height comparison this is. She is almost a head taller than the girl next to her. Here there is one more girl who is 5 feet 8 and she is looking indeed very tiny next to her. Here she is walking next to a 5 feet 6 woman and the 6 feet 8 woman dogs her completely. Who is she? This tall girl is Annalise Fernandez, who stands at a towering 6 feet 8 or 203 centimeters. What a wonderful height, friends. This tall girl loves her height. This makes her a great ambassador for the tall woman community. You can see her awesome confidence here too. See her smile, confidence, walking style and more. She simply rocks. Friends, hope you all are enjoying this great video on Tall and All. We break stereotypes through Tall and All. Looking forward to everyone's support to make this society a great one. Let us break all the stereotypes. Continue to support tall woman empowerment and spread the word Tall and All. We will come up with more videos of tall women who love their height so that you can have a great time. Continue your admiration, spread the word Tall and All. Thanks so much, friends, for all the support.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are
Save that for another day, another time.
Hi guys, Trinez here, back with another video. I'm going to keep saying that until I see massive growth within myself for my YouTube channel. So, that's that. Okay guys, today's video is going to be a little different. Everyone wants me to talk about being tall, being feminine, I don't know, dating. I don't know how many times I can talk about this, but I do have a new one today. So today's video, and I do have my notes here, so if I'm looking down, please forgive me. Okay, so today's video is going to be growing up tall Black community versus white community and how I think they differ. So if you guys are interested in this video, please stay tuned. Okay guys, growing up tall in the Black community versus the white community, I think has slight differences. Now, I'm not talking about being in high school, junior high school, middle school, whatever. Of course, all kids tease you, you know, that's just one thing. but I'm talking about outside of your peers, I guess I should say, like outside of your peers, even like grown-ups, kids who are older than you, college age students, if you were like in middle school, and that sort of thing. So people that you should be looking up to and how they make you feel, kind of growing up in the Black community tall. So again, I have my notes here, so forgive me if I'm looking down, but I will be reading from them because again, I am not as smart as I look. Hey guys, so these are my thoughts, my views, and what I experienced growing up. And if it helps you out, well then it helps you out. If not, okay, go away. It'll help someone. All right. So growing up Black in the tall community, Black girls are not celebrated as being feminine. Okay, we are told that we should be a ball player, we should run track. Have we tried volleyball? To me, and don't get me wrong, those are celebratory things for all of the tall women who love to do those things. That is great for you, but not everyone grew up wanting, just because we were tall, wanting to be a ball player, volleyball player, running track. That is not something that I wanted to do, and a lot of tall women that I know, that is not something that they wanted to do. But we do feel like those things are pushed toward us because of our genetics and not because our personality or our mental state. And I don't think that it's fair versus tall white women who I feel are celebrated for their feminine values. Being tall in the white community is a little bit different. Now, don't get me wrong. Of course, every community, when you're tall, when you have a certain build, that athletic type build, people just automatically assume that you should be an athlete. I'm sure it's the same thing in a white community. I'm not white, but I do have some Caucasian friends, okay? But to me, they are more celebrated being feminine. In the white community, it is amazing to be a tall, thin supermodel. In the Black community, it is amazing being a tall, athletic track star. And honestly, like I've said before in many other videos, I am just not an athlete. I've never wanted to be an athlete. I wanted to have the same opportunity being the model, or having the model-esque body growing up, and just being celebrated that way. But never, ever, ever for me, never, ever, ever for me being a Black girl, okay? Another thing is having a certain body type in the Black community. It's just not a positive movement. So in the Black community, we all know that a woman with a certain shape is more celebrated than a woman who is like that. So if you're growing up and you're 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", 6'1", like myself, and not having enough curve in the Black community, you're really not celebrated. I'm sorry, you're just really, really not celebrated. You're too thin. You need to gain weight. You need to eat more. You know. So now what I'm noticing is, instead of saying you're too thin or your butt is too small, now they're saying, oh, you should have surgery. Oh, did you think about having a BBL? Oh, you should get your boobs done. And don't get me wrong, all across the board, that's true for, women just in general, because of the way social media is now. But when you're a tall, thin girl, it's like you are not what's popping. And that's just the bottom line. Like, so, but growing up a tall white girl, again, they're models. These women, white women to me, Caucasian women to me, they like the thin look. Well, back then, they're a little different now, but back when I was growing up, being tall and thin as a white woman, they strived on that. Most of the people that told me I was pretty, or told me I was tall and thin, or wished they were more like me and had my body type, were women who were white. Okay? Now, I get a little bit different now, maybe because I've filled out a little more, you know, what we say in the Black community, or you're filling out now, or you're getting a little butt, or you're getting a little this, you know, you're looking better, as if to say my tall, slender frame was not good enough. And I don't appreciate that. Okay, so another thing is, and I'm sure I kind of said this already, but being tall in the Black community is not a feminine trait. They do not know, people just do not equate being tall with feminine. They just, they just don't. They don't look at, they simply look at our body structure and automatically think you must take after your father, okay? Like, you're tall, you must take after your father. And it's crazy because femininity doesn't come with a body type to me, but to some people, I guess it does. But for me, I think femininity comes from within. It comes from my brain. It comes from my heart. It comes from the way I carry myself. It has nothing to do with my tall frame. I wish people would understand that. I don't feel like I don't feel like my height should equate to who I am inside, because that's not who I am inside, okay? I I'm not that girl. I don't know, it could be that I'm lazy, but I think for me, my mentality, I think I was really supposed to be a short girl because my hands are really small, my feet are really small, and then my legs just got longer. Okay, another thing about being tall in the Black community is the taunting and the ugly remarks. I get these remarks all the time, especially via YouTube. The trolls, I don't really care, but we look like transgender women, or we look like a boy dressed up in girls' clothes. Or I saw a meme fairly recently, if she's over 6 feet tall, she has to go downstairs and check to see who's robbing the house or something to that effect. And lucky me, I'm not offended by any of those. I am not offended by any of those things, but there are some women who are offended by those quotes and those statements that people make. And I just wish, I've never heard, or I will go on a tall girl's video on this YouTube platform, a white woman, you know, any other race of woman other than a black woman. And I'm not saying that they're not there. Maybe they're filtering their comments, but I never ever see people leave comments about them being transgender or looking like a boy, or I never see those comments on their videos. So I'm so confused by that. Again, they may be filtering those comments out, but even in real life, like, I've never heard, or, and not to say that it's not happening, let's be clear, but it's definitely more prevalent when it's black women. I don't know if it's just our body structure, or people will say, oh, you guys wear too much makeup, you guys wear the hair weave, and then it's just overwhelming. But I think I should be able to wear what I want to wear when I want to wear it, and not be crucified or not be joked on to say if I'm a male or female. Like, I'm a woman. So regardless to if I want to have 30-inch long weave and piles of MAC makeup on my face, like, I am literally still a woman. And I feel like it's humiliating to some. I actually find it not offensive at all, okay? Because to me, the transgender woman, I said this in a video years ago, they are perfect. Hair flawless, makeup flawless, clothing flawless. So that's the best you can do. Please don't take those things to heart. I want you to understand that you have to appreciate everyone. You have to appreciate everyone for who they are, including their ignorance. So yeah, I just felt the need to do this video because, well, most of my subscribers want me to talk about being tall. And they do. They drop questions, and I'll try to give them an answer via Instagram or whatever it is. But I feel like making a video about this will reach a broader audience, and yeah. So I'm sorry if if the conversation about being tall is very redundant, but it seems very redundant because, but I don't know, maybe someone missed my last video from 10 years ago about this. So now I'm doing a new video for the new generation. Okay? Yeah, again, leave your comments and your thoughts below. Below. Subscribe, I think it's subscribing is over. Subscribing is right here, possibly. I'm not sure. Either way, thank you so much for watching. Bye.